What are the 5 steps to help you make that transition quickly, painlessly, and powerfully, and profitably, and safely from part-time to full-time? Hi there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and the creator of Agent Power Launch, the best way to help a brand new agent go from new to super successful. And in this video, I want to talk about how do you make that jump from part-time all the way over here to full-time, because it's the way that many new real estate agents get in the business and the way they make progress or move forward. And that is, they start out that they still have another job that they need to make ends meet, to pay the bills, while they start their real estate business, while they learn the ropes, while they start making money, until they can eventually transition to full time. And so I want to just talk about what are the 5 steps to help you make that transition quickly, painlessly, and powerfully, and profitably, and safely from part-time to full-time. So if you want to make the transition, here's the 5 things you got to do. Number 1 is you have to commit to your success. You cannot succeed in real estate predictably if you go like, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try this out. If all goes well, we'll see how it goes. If you go in with that kind of tentative, lackadaisical approach, or that lack of commitment, your chances of crashing and burning go through the roof. And the failure rate in the real estate industry, 70% are out within the first year. And that was not the plan, right? Nobody goes in planning to fail. If you're going to succeed, you go in and you commit to go all in 100%. Now, I don't mean you have to go full-time immediately. It'd be great if you could, but the key is I am committed 100%. Number 1, I'm committed to succeed. I will not fail. I will not just wait around in this. I am jumping in 100% with full passion, and I commit not only to succeed, but I commit to be great at delivering great results for my clients. Because look, a buyer or seller that is trusting you to help them buy a house or sell a house doesn't care if you're part-time or full-time. What they care about is, are you going to take care of them? Are you going to deliver them the best results? Or are they going to be stuck with a part-time agent that means they're going to get less effective service? So if you're going to do real estate and you're going to transition from part-time to full-time, commit to be great at what you do, commit to succeed 100% all in. Number 2, to go from part-time to full-time, the second step is set a date. When is your quit date in your job? When is your launch date when you're going to go full-time? You want that to be set in stone. Boom, commit to go full-time. When are you going to do it? Now, here's what I recommend. 6 months or less. 6 months or less. That you're going to, if you're part-time today, you want to go full-time, you need to do that within the next 6 months. And here's the reason, and I talked about this in another video on how to succeed as a part-time realtor, and that is what they have found is that whenever somebody is committing to go from a part-time job to a full-time job, make something full-time, to transition from one career to the next, if they're gonna do it, they do it in less than 6 months. If it takes them longer than 6 months, the chances of them ever successfully making the transition drop dramatically. And 6 months gives you plenty of time to do the things you need to do to make the transition. So you may set a time frame of 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. 5 or 6 months is probably going to be a good, safe, and yet aggressive time frame. So set a date of when you're going to make the transition. By this date, by August 30th this year, I'm going to be full-time real estate. Whatever it is, set the date. And it goes right along with this first part of committing. Number 3, now that I've made the commitment, is I want to get training. You got to get trained. And really, while you're part-time, is a great time to get trained because you have some time to do it. And you want to just make sure you commit to get great training, great mentorship, great coaching. If you want the best online course just with me to work with you and help you, you can go to agentpowerlaunch.com. I'll post the link down in the comments in the description, video description below, and go to agentpowerlaunch.com, where you can get the best start to help you really know everything you need to do for your first 100 days in real estate, whether you're part-time or full-time, to crush it and guarantee your success. If you want to guarantee your success, commit, set a date, and get training. Number 4 to guarantee your success in making the transition from part-time to full-time is go hard. Even when you're part-time, go hard part-time. This is where your part-time job is real estate, your full-time job is whatever you're doing, your day job or whatever, and you're building your real estate business. If you're working, let's say 12 hours a week or 20 hours a week or 25 hours a week, however much time you're giving, when you're working those hours, go hard at it, 100%. Now, I did another video that I'm going to also put the link in the description below called How to Succeed as a Part-Time Real Estate Agent. I want you to watch that video because it's going to explain exactly how to do this. How do you be successful as a part-time agent on that journey to becoming full-time? Because if you can become successful enough as a part-time agent, I'm being successful working 20, 25 hours a week, but I'm also putting in 40 hours a week somewhere else. You're burning both ends of the candle, my friend. The moment you go from part-time to full-time and you just got 40 hours of your life back. And now you go from 20 hours to 40, you just traded in 40 hours for 20 here. It's awesome. And even if you work 50, 55 hours as a real estate agent, you're still going to have better control of your time and of your life. But the key is to make that happen is you got to go right. And how do you go right? You commit, you set the date, you get training, and then you go hard part-time. You side hustle real estate. It becomes your side hustle, and you hustle. You make sure you're doing the right stuff that's productive, that puts points on the scoreboard, because for you to ultimately make this transition safely, the 5th thing that you must do is, unless you're already financially, independently wealthy, you want to stash cash. You got to stash cash. Because when you quit your full-time job to take real estate full-time, you don't want to run out of money. It's just painful. So you don't want that to happen. So here's how you do it. Let's just use a 6-month time frame. I set 6 months as my time frame. Let's say I don't do a single deal for 3 months. Okay, I may get some buyers. I'm working with a buyer. I'll get a listing or two, but after 6 weeks, I get a listing. 6 weeks later, it closes. Awesome. I got a paycheck. So the first 3 months, you're working for free. Then you get a closing, and then the next month you get another closing, and now I'm starting to get toward a deal a month. So then my second 3 months, I get 3 closings. I want to take every single dime of those closings and stash that cash to support me for the next 3 months after I quit. So you're taking, when we talk about stashing cash, you want to take everything that you can from your full-time job, use that to pay bills and live on, and then save as much as you can. Streamline your expenses, lower your overhead a little bit so that you're preparing yourself to be able to launch successfully into a full-time real estate career. So you want to take all the closings and the deals you're having and take every dollar from those closings and put them in the bank as savings, as cushion money to be living on. And I want to be in that 6 months going into the 7th month. When I go full-time, I don't want to be starting and having 0. I want to already have listings that are active. I want to have pending sales so that I know in month 7 I got another closing or 2 or 3. All right, because now all of a sudden I've got an extra 20, 30 hours a week that I can invest in my real estate business full-time to accelerate. I just don't want to run out of money in the meantime. And that's it. It's really that simple in terms of the steps required to do it. Commit, set the date, get training, go hard, go full-time while you're part-time. Okay, in other words, those hours you're working, you work 100% committed, and stash some cash over those closings that you get before you go full-time so you can make it happen. This is not an endeavor for an amateur. This is an endeavor for somebody who's committed and willing to go pro. And if you're willing to do the work, you can make it happen. Now, you want to make sure you get the right help, the right training. I'm here for you. You've got all the free videos that I offer. If you want the best of that, go down and check out Agent Power Launch, agentpowerlaunch.com. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, comment, share, play to win. Always expect yes. And if you're going to do this, do it to succeed.